From Tatooine to Mustafar, the best of the Outer Rim, it's the one and only Star Bazaar, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Star Bazaar. Today we have a huge Battlefront 2 news update with information about the upcoming new planet Geonosis, how the flagship game mode Galactic Assault will play on the new map, and a first look at our new hero, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Let's check it out. First and foremost, today we received a brand new community transmission on planet Geonosis, which can be found on the official Battlefront 2 website, as well as the forums and the subreddit. In this transmission, we got all the details about planet Geonosis, and specifically how Galactic Assault will go, with details on each individual phase and what we can expect in-game. It starts off by describing the thought behind the final phases of most Galactic Assault maps, where both attackers and defenders funnel into one final location for all-out warfare. The idea here is hectic and non-stop gameplay, but per feedback from the community, there will be less of that in the future, and more openness when it comes to the final phases of Galactic Assault. They've experimented with this on Kessel during the final phase of Extraction, but apparently with Geonosis, they are taking it a few steps further. The final two phases will be very open, allowing a good chance for vehicle and long-range combat. This works out perfectly since in this transmission, DICE is calling the new ATTE Walker the centerpiece of this map. What you are seeing now is an official rendered and animated model of the new ATTE, and they will be playing a huge role in the upcoming new map. It's so cool to finally be getting new vehicles in the game, but what's even cooler about these six-legged walkers is that they are dropped into the map in real time, meaning you can get in and out of one wherever it is on the map, without spending a life or spending battle points. This is a huge step in a great direction and is a fantastic callback to the classic Battlefront 2, where you could do the very same thing. This also means you will not be able to pick them from the spawn menu, as they are only accessible from the map. When it comes to actually playing Galactic Assault on Geonosis though, the game mode is broken into three phases like most other maps are. The first phase is your standard infantry combat phase. The clones are the attackers while the droids defend, and the objective in this phase is for the clones to reactivate a damaged ATTE while the droids try to stop them. Once the clones are successful in reactivating their first objective, the next phase is where the fun begins. With Geonosis really pushing ATTE gameplay, you'll see they become quite necessary in taking out the droid transports, which is phase 2. The ATTEs will have a special ability that sounds like will behave something like the ion disruptors on Hoth and Endor, which will allow the clones to do massive damage to the transports. There are two targets to destroy, and it's nice to see another destruction objective, like at the end of Crate. We don't have too many more of those. The final phase culminates in probably the coolest environmental hazard in Battlefront 2 yet, a sandstorm. In Phase 3, the clones make a run at some abandoned turbo lasers in order to capture the objective area around them, while fighting through low visibility and blaster shots coming from unseen directions. This sounds so intense, and to add to it, there is a twist. Only ATTEs can capture the objective, and they also cannot be contested. The clones throw out everything they have to take the space, and the droids do everything they can to defend it, having to destroy the walkers to prevent capture. Based on all this, it sounds like Geonosis will definitely be the most unique Galactic Assault map we've had, as it will require a few shifts in playstyle over the course of the match. What's more, the reinforcement count, also called tickets by some, is not based on infantry deaths like normal. It is based on ATTEs destroyed. One ATTE equals one ticket, or one reinforcement. This mechanic will come into play during the second and third phases, and will definitely spice up the game mode while putting Geonosis in a category of map all by itself. The sandstorm also sounds really cool because even though it's an open map area, it feels close quarters due to low visibility. That sounds like an awesome experience, and I'm definitely looking forward to that. But just as a cool side note, we got glimpses of OG-9 spider droids in the distance in the promotional reveal shots of General Grievous, and a lot of us wondered how they will be implemented into the map, if at all. Turns out, while they will not be a playable option, they will be AI controlled and interacting with the players, with clones getting to take them out during the third phase to help take the objective. That is really cool, and the fact that it is a working part of the map and mode makes me think we could one day see it as a playable option in the future. Not holding my breath since we've had snail tanks on Kashyyyk as a non-playable vehicle since launch, but this is still a cool addition regardless, and shows DICE is committed to bringing us the authenticity of the Battle of Geonosis. Wrapping up the transmission, what may possibly have me more excited than Geonosis itself, we finally got our first official close-up look at the negotiator himself, Obi-Wan Kenobi. We still don't get to see his face, but in this clip here, he is shown performing an idle animation with a stylish twirl of the lightsaber. Notice he is holding Luke Skywalker's green lightsaber as a placeholder. This was a test from an earlier point in development, and he will in fact have his iconic blue lightsaber when he arrives in the game. Funny enough though, Luke's green saber hilt was based off of Obi-Wan's design in the official canon, so we could see some reused elements from Luke's saber, just with a blue blade instead of green. Besides this animation clip, we got an incomplete render of Obi-Wan's iconic robed appearance, which will be arriving with him in Battlefront 2 as a customization option. He will be getting a third appearance later on, besides this one and his default Jedi Master look, called General Kenobi, though we haven't seen anything of that just yet. I'd be willing to bet though it's his armored look from the Clone Wars TV show, possibly with a cape that would put Lando's to shame, but we will just have to wait to see on that one. Both Obi-Wan Kenobi and Planet Geonosis arrive in Battlefront 2 on November 28th, and though the transmission we got this time was about the planet and game mode, the next few will go over the new vehicles, the new hero Obi-Wan, and the update as a whole. Again, this transmission can be found in the forums or the subreddit, as well as the official website. But before wrapping up this news update, I have some general news and tidbits from community manager Ben Walk that are worth mentioning. When asked out on Reddit, Ben confirmed again that the ATTE will not be on rails, it will be a free-roaming vehicle. However, he did also confirm that it will be a single-person vehicle and will not allow for multiple troops to get into it. This was a question many players had, as in the classics, you could have 3 players in the ATTE at any time, one driving, one manning the guns, and the other on the cannon. Ben said this was tested and unfortunately is not possible this time around, though he did say it is something they'd like to do. He was also asked about some general issues that are in the game right now, such as stun locks on heroes, the madly overpowered flash grenade, and respawn times. He responded saying that all of these are being looked into, with respawn times being actively discussed. I'm personally happy about all of this, especially that last bit, because the 7-second spawn timer is such a buzzkill when you're on a roll, and absolutely kills the pacing when you're trying to get back into the action. For gameplay reasons, it's a practicality and necessary, but the fact they are looking into it is nice. The officer's flash grenade and lightsaber stun locks are also a huge issue, as you can see in this gameplay. This low-level Luke ruined a solid kill streak of mine by just mashing that swing button, and there wasn't much I could do about it. Funny how he was able to break through my stun lock too, but I wasn't able to break through his. That will do it for this update though. I definitely recommend you check out the transmission for yourself to get all the cool details on Planet Geonosis, as this was just a general overview. Obi-Wan Kenobi and the new planet are just over 3 weeks away, and after the release of General Grievous, I can definitely feel the hype ramping up in the community. I appreciate you all stopping by the bazaar. I hope you consider becoming a subscriber if you're a new viewer, and if you enjoyed the coverage of today's news, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that thumbs up button for me to let me know. This has been your boy, Turkish Delight, and I will see you all out on the battlefront. Peace.